If you are preparing for IELTS exam or thinking of preparing for IELTS exam, then this video is for you. I will be sharing with you every single tips and strategies through which I aced this exam. Also, I did it on my own without going for any coaching. So I will also be sharing all the free resources I used. Welcome back to Canada Tried and Tested. When I learned that I have to give IELTS exam for my Canada PR, I also heard the horror stories how people were giving this exam multiple times and still not getting their desired score. And when I looked at the official website, the statistics were not that great. About 30% people get their desired score. And let me tell you, the exam is not difficult. When you don't have any strategy and time management skill, you will definitely have the downfall. And that is what I will be sharing, how I overcame this barrier, how I got information through all the free resources I use, and how you too can do this and get your desired score first time first. Before that, if you're new to my channel, all you have to do is press this subscription button and bell notification, as I bring videos related to my experience in Canada as well as value for money tips so that you have some savings. A small introduction about IELTS. If you're planning to immigrate to a country like Canada, Australia, UK, then you need to have a language proficiency exam result. And that is where IELTS comes into picture. I will not go into much detail. I have shared the link to the official site so that you can get all the information like the fee structure, where the exam location is, the format and all those things. I will be mostly focusing on giving you value for money tips. That is what you are here for. When I booked my exam, I kept 5 weeks of preparation time. It is too much. In fact, anything more than 6 weeks is nothing but procrastination, and it will make you inert. See, you heard this word inert. I could have said lazy, but it sounds cool. And this is what I learned through my preparation. IELTS has 4 sections: speaking, listening, writing, and reading. I will be covering one by one. First, coming to speaking. This is the most neglected part by all of us. And this I understood immediately once I started to study. Why it is most neglected? Because speaking requires you to communicate with someone. To practice, you require somebody. You just can't be doing that on your own. And if you're in home country like I was in India, even if your workspace had English as a medium of communication, within your colleagues you would end up speaking either your mother tongue or a regional language. So there was very few scope for you to have conversation in English. Even if you asked your colleague, hey, what about that meeting? The answer would be, kal ka kar diya hum logon ne. You would have felt the same, right? So that is why this requires practice, and this requires you to take you in control, and which means you'll have to start training your brain from the day one. Now, in your daily conversation, if you're asked, where do you come from? My response would have been, I am from Bangalore. But this will not get me the desired band. In exam, I will have to give details like, I am from Bangalore, which is part of South of India. It is known as Garden City of India. It's a technological hub, a beautiful place where it is having multiculturalism and it's a cosmopolitan. So there is a lot of unlearning and then learning which one will have to do. And that is where YouTube as well as Amazon comes as a free resource. YouTube you all must be knowing, but Amazon also has free resource. I have shared the link below in the description. You can go and see yourself. I have also curated the videos which I have personally selected and I have tried and tested and I found success with, so that you don't have to waste much time. All you have to do is practice, practice, practice. And this you're going to hear from me quite often. Whether it is an online free resource or you end up paying money to your coaching classes, the only difference will come when you practice, when you speak. You learn to identify the mistakes what you're making and start doing course correction. There is no other option to improve your band scoring but to practice. Structuring answers became quite easy for me. In fact, I would pick up every single day 3 to 4 new words, and I would deliberately practice that with my friends without them knowing, of course. And I had created a repository of 120 to 140 new words, which was there as an arsenal with me, which I could use for both my speaking as well as writing skill. I also learned how to respond to question, how to be attentive, and all these tricks I learned through YouTube resource. On the day of exam, I just had to remain calm and be responsive to the question what is getting asked. More details, you'll have to go and watch the videos because you will not learn speaking looking at me. Now coming to the writing section, the most important part is to have time management in place, and this only comes through practice. How? If the question says you have to write in 150 words or more, or say 250 words or more, you have to train your brain and eye to know how many words you have written, and that only comes when you start writing and practicing. The other thing is not making any spelling mistake while you maintain speed, and this again comes with training. The third thing is to have a proper structure to your writing. You just cannot ignore that, and many times during exam stress we forget that. So what I would do is I created a brain dump. It was more like a checklist which I just cannot forget, and it took 2 to 3 minutes for me to organize that on the day of exam, and that ensured that I'm not making any basic mistake. After that, since I had practiced, it was an easy thing for me to write the entire section, and I still had time to review everything. More tips and tricks you will learn through these YouTube videos which I'm sharing below. Please, please, please use them. It's free. Now coming to the listening skill. Here you have to put 3 things to test: your listening, writing and reading skill. Once you start to attempt the mock test, your brain as well as ear will start responding to the question and start predicting answer even before the question gets asked. So what is happening is that you're able to manage your reflexes, you're able to manage what is asked for in the question. If the question says answer in 2 words, you know that you have to answer in 2 words. Your stress level and anxiety comes down with these practices. Check the videos, they're beautiful, they really help me, and I'm sure I can guarantee you, if you practice, you will also get a very, very good band in IELTS exam. Coming to the reading section. Here the most important learning what I had was the skimming and scanning as a tool. Skimming is nothing but a rapid eye movement through which you understand the context of the passage looking at the keyword. And scanning is to look for more specific fact. This really helped me in the exam, and this again requires practice, and after that your brain and eye are so trained that you just look at the passage and you know what the answer is. I had so much time during exam that I could come back and verify my answer and be confident about what I had written. That helpful it is. In fact, to put it on lighter note, skimming and scanning technique is like the auntie who stands at the balcony in your colony and she knows what is happening all around. It's like that. Now that I have shared every single learning I had during this IELTS exam preparation, please, please, please put this to use. I'm also sharing curated resource, which I hope is going to shorten your learning curve and motivate you to get involved in this preparation. Getting a band of 8 is not at all difficult, and getting a band of 8.5 and 9 is quite possible. If a lazy person like me can do it, I'm sure you can do it. And why not? Just think that by getting your desired score first time, you are moving towards your goal and also saving money. Use that money to buy gift to your girlfriend, boyfriend, wife or husband, whoever it is, and bring joy to them. I hope this video was informative to you. Please like, share and subscribe, and do comment and let me know in case you need any more information. Thank you guys.